A pro-democracy group, Conscience of Democracy in Nigeria, has called for the arrest of Ambassador Iliya Umar Damagum, acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), over his support for the planned nationwide protest against President Bola Tinubu's government. The group, at a news conference in Abuja on Sunday, described Damagum's endorsement of the protest as shocking and inciting and accused him of working to destabilize Nigeria. Led by Adamu Kabir Matazu, the group claimed that Damagum's actions were not surprising, given his loyalty to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, they alleged was his paymaster. The group argued that the PDP under Damagum's leadership was responsible for the current economic crisis facing Nigeria, having laid the foundation during their 16-year rule. The group said that the ultimate goal is an interim government, which, according to them, Damagum is planning to put forward the name of the PDP member in the current government as a suitable interim leader of the country. The group therefore called on the Office of the National Security Advisor to immediately set up an inquiry into the activities of Damagum and his links to the planned protest. They also urged the Department of State Services (DSS) to invite Damagum for questioning to shed light on certain meetings he has had with protest organizers and the funds it disbursed to them.
The Conscience of Democracy in Nigeria wishes to remind Damagum and those for whom he runs errands that the log is in their eyes. They should first look at what they contributed to the cost of living and economic crisis facing Nigeria today. President Bola Tinubu's administration may be incumbent today, but the foundation for what we are collectively experiencing today was led by the PDP 16 years of misrule, which was fortunately truncated by committed patriots and Democrats. And because the PDP had anticipated that it will rule over Nigeria for over 60 years, unfortunately, Nigerians rejected them when they are at the verge of collapsing the country. Furthermore, with the appellation of ambassador, Damagum is aware that Nigeria is a federating entity with 36 states and the FCT, out of which the PDP controls 13 states. The implication is that the PDP is still responsible for 1/3 of the country. Allocation to state has almost tripled since 2023. So far in the year, states have received 379 billion, 366 billion, 398 billion, and 403 billion as statutory allocation from FAC for January, February, March, and April, respectively. The Conscience of Democracy in Nigeria is aware of past instances where the opposition had sought to use public unrest and citizen insurrection to overthrow the government, having realized that they are unable to legitimately take over government through the ballot box. And we see this hardship protest as them taking another shot at sacking the government using illegitimate means. We have noted their assertion that the right to protest is constitutionally guaranteed, but what they are not telling Nigerians is how they have perfected plots to plant trained killers and arsonists among protesters to trigger violence that will require the intervention of law enforcement agencies, and consequently result in allegations of high-handedness against the government of the day so that they can make it unpopular internationally and delegitimize its tenure. The legitimizing of the government is planned to be followed by a call for an interim government, which Damagum is said to be planning to put forward the name of the PDP member in the current government as a suitable interim leader of the country. We all know that that person is Nyesom Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, on whose behalf Damagum is running the PDP, hence his haste to endorse, back, and support the planned protest. We call this playing with fire. We are further concerned by the revelation that Damagum and his associates, as sponsors of the planned protest, have engaged the services of Western media organizations and international NGOs to demonize the federal government with a focus on claiming that it has lost legitimacy if the protests are allowed to go ahead. The PDP has reportedly lined up people to grant interviews to this media organization to deepen the warped narrative that the protest should automatically be taken as citizen referendum to sack the government. Again, this is playing with fire.